Video được Việt hóa bởi Ngọc Tân từ group tài nguyên dựng phim. Nghiêm cấm các hành vi lít về rồi bán cho thằng khác. Mọi ý kiến đóng góp xin gửi về Facebook Quỳnh Ngọc Tân.
Let's explore one of the main tools in the color page to do those secondary corrections where we're just changing a specific part of the frame. Let's start by adding a new node. I'm on shot 10 here. I'll go up to our first node, right click on that and say add node, add serial. And with this node selected, anything that we do down here is all going to live inside of this node. Now, the cool part about that is that we can actually draw a mask on this node to limit where whatever color stuff that we do actually happens in frame. And this is the exact same thing as masking a node in the Fusion page. You see how the concepts are kind of clicking together? Well, this fourth icon over in my middle palette is our window palette. Now, they call these windows, they're the exact same thing as masks. A window is a mask is a window. Windows are just what masks are called in the color page. So again, let's take this second node and we'll push just a lot of pink into the offset just so we can see exactly what's going on. Right now it's making everything pink. But if we click on one of these windows here, like this circle window, it will add a circle window and it will only make things pink inside of that window. So this is really great if we just want to adjust one part of the shot. Let's say we want to make this edge a little bit darker. I can make this window really big and I can soften out the edges like this and kind of put this on the side like this. And instead of having it pink, I'll just reset our offset. I can do something like maybe bring down my master wheel and my gamma, kind of push that down a little bit, and that will darken the side of this frame. Maybe I'll take a little bit of saturation out, and I can kind of turn off this overlay just by switching to a different palette real quick. And now we have this kind of darker side. We can preview this by turning our node off and on by clicking on the little number here. Maybe that's a little bit too far. Push this gamma back up a little bit, but it's just a little tweak to adjust that side of the frame. Back here on shot 8, we did a similar thing with this window. It's coming out pretty blue right now, but let's say we want this to be even more blue. We can make a serial node, a right click and say add node, add serial. And this time under my Windows palette, I'm going to grab this bottom one, which adds a little gradient. And whatever I do here is going to happen fully on the flat side of the line, and it's going to fade out along this vector here. And so let's say we want to push this over here and have our correction really strong on the edge of the frame and then kind of fade out as it gets toward her. Again, I'll reset our offset, and maybe we just want to take our temperature down and make it cool off a little bit here and just kind of push a little bit more cool tones into that side. And we can see the difference when we turn this off and on, how it's a little bit more blue on that side. There are all kinds of things that you can do with Windows in the color page. It's a really, really fantastic tool. And let me show you a little bonus tip here. I'll just reset this node. Let's say we want to select his face. I'll go and grab a window, circle window, and I'll put it right on his face like this. And let's say for whatever reason, we want his face to be a lot more desaturated. Well, when he moves back and forth, you can kind of see the edge of that window and it's not really moving with his face, which in this case, we might be able to just make this really soft and that would probably work, but that's not going to work all the time. Maybe we just want to give him a black eye or something. When he moves around, it's not really going to work. It kind of gets on his nose and everything like that. So what we can do is actually track the motion with this window, and it's insanely easy. There's a palette right next to the Windows palette that looks like a little crosshair. That's our tracker. All we have to do is just put our window where it needs to be and click on this back and forth button and watch. It will track it throughout the whole shot and it will stick it to his face. And I gotta say, this tracker is insane. It works just about perfectly. I would say 90% of the time. It does exactly what you want. And it's literally as easy as that. So now I can come off of the window here and now he has a black eye. So windows are awesome, and any window can be tracked automatically with very little trouble. Pretty neat.